Hello and good evening. Welcome to season 2 of Brownie Time. Yay! So good evening everyone. Welcome to season 2. We hope you all had a very good retreat week along with us. We were praying for you. And if you can see, wow, tonight we have a lot of brownies in the house. Anyone who joins a religious congregation, before starting out on the journey of the vows, there's this process or this rite of passage which they will all have to go through. It's like if you're in the army, you will go through the boot camp.
Yes.
Here in religious life, you will go through novitiate. Yes. So our 3 brothers here are fresh out from the novitiate. Actually, we wanted to get them on the show much earlier, but because of the pandemic, they were not able to fly out of Davao where the novitiate was located. So we'll let them introduce themselves.
Good evening, everyone. I am Brother Jose Maria of the Good Shepherd and Divine Wisdom from Thailand.
Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Bujapuk of Mother of God. I am from Vietnam.
Hello, good evening everybody. I'm Brother Franz Kenosis Yusuya of St. Teresa of Jesus from Iloilo City, Philippines.
Oh, thank you. And you are who?
Oh, sorry. Good evening. I am Brother Paul of Jesus Crucified.
Not from this novitiate.
Not fresh from novitiate.
So, in your own words, can you tell our viewers who might not have any idea of what a novitiate is, can you tell them what happens in a novitiate?
Quarantine, maybe?
Quarantine?
Quarantine.
Yeah, in a way, it would be a kind of quarantine, a spiritual quarantine.
Wow.
Where your prayer life will be fortified in that place and you'll be purified actually. You will experience many things there.
Pain, suffering.
Yeah, a lot of it. Because many of your weaknesses, shortcomings will resurface. Although you thought you already knew yourself, but when that time comes, when the effect of the novitiate will hit you hard, you will see that you are not worthy of this calling, but it is God who gives the grace for you to have this kind of calling. Actually, He is really happy to give you this gift of vocation, and it's up for us to really embrace it, the ups and downs, the vicissitudes of religious life.
But Peter, how long, for those of our viewers out there, how long does the novitiate last?
We have novitiate 1 year.
1 year?
1 year. And in the first time, I'm very worried about my parents because now he out already. I almost ask God, God give me understand about my vocation because now my parents is very old. I cannot have everything about them because when we have novices, we don't have cell phone, we don't have laptop, we don't have everything. I think more than 2 months I stay there. I worry about my parents. Nobody take care of them. But after that, I try to focus prayer. When I stay in the novices, the community is become my family. The own father there become my parents, and brothers become my plus brothers.
So all of your concerns will be purified in novitiate. How about the fresh guy from Thailand?
Well, in novitiate is the time that it's time for you to discern intensely for the religious life. You will know yourself more and you will know your friends more also. As Brother Franz has said already, for me it's like a trial time that you will have experience for your future religious life.
You, Brother Peter, you mentioned that there's no connection with the outside world because there's no cell phones, no laptops. Is that what happened in your novitiate?
Yeah.
Also for...
Yeah, almost a novitiate we don't have.
We also were deprived of all these gadgets for the novitiate, but once a month we were permitted to use maybe an hour or... Well, actually, for my batch it was every Sunday. You could use 1 hour of the internet.
Wow.
But we had only 3 computers and only 2 really were working, and we had 7 novices, so obviously you have to queue up.
But at least you have some, a little time to contact with your parents or your loved ones outside.
We were permitted to write letters, so I went back to letter writing, which I enjoyed very much.
Yes, I enjoy letter writing also.
So thank you to all my friends out there who wrote to me in novitiate, especially to my friend Matilda, who would write to me to keep me entertained in the time of novitiate.
By the way, we love to receive your letters also.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we cannot for our batch we cannot write a letter because of the snail mail or something. The receiver may receive the letter maybe
Already.
3 or 4 months later.
Oh my god. Okay, so that is very snail mail.
But I sent one letter for my parents. But after until now, they not receive my letter.
Did you receive any letters?
Yeah, well, for me, I
received
did.
it.
You received?
I received packets also.
You-
Yes, I did.
Oh, sorry. Maybe it's Vietnam's problem. I have heard from previous batches that in the maybe 10 years ago, the letter would be withheld from you until maybe the weekend, and then okay, mail time, and then you get your mail, and then you would find that your mail has already been opened. In the old days, the novice master would read through the mail that the novices would get beforehand, and in certain cases where the novice master felt that this information was not right for this time, they would cut out the sections. In every novitiate, there's always very funny things that many funny things that will happen. So do the brothers have any hilarious stories that you would like to share?
For me, it's some kind of misspelling or misleading in the reading on the table. Some kind of just like one of the brother who reads strip naked becomes strip naked.
Or the stiff-necked people, and then it became strip naked. Do you have any tips for our viewers to create for themselves the novitiate experience? Because not everyone can go through the novitiate. So what tips do you have that they can do it at home?
Okay, first of all, throw away your mobile phone.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Very
Because
good.
brother Ong now has no mobile phone, no cell phone.
Second, turn off your Facebooks. And third, you just stay in your room. Try to stay in your room 2 hours a day.
But maybe some of you are already doing that for this lockdown period, or now
Yes.
that maybe you're coming out of it, your novitiate is over.
Yeah, for lay persons, just as I said before, no, just stay in before the Blessed Sacrament. That's the best novitiate you can experience, and try to do away with unnecessary thoughts. Focus on the Lord at that time, because your problems are still there. But if the Lord wants to enlighten you, especially in prayer, He will, and you'll be surprised of the outcomes of the generosity of your heart by giving yourself to the Lord before the Blessed Sacrament. Because I know that you cannot easily do away with your duties as lay persons. For example, you're a mother, you're a father, you have many duties, but you can set a time to go to Adoration Chapel and before the Blessed Sacrament. For me, that could be a kind of a meaningful novitiate kind of experience for you.
These are ways that you can create the novitiate experience at home. But if you want to feel the experience of the novitiate for real, whether you are male or female, what you can do is you can contact our vocation director, spend maybe 1 year in the postulancy, and you will experience for yourself the richness of the novitiate. So in the same way that Brother Paul closed the last episode of season 1, take the initiative. So we invite you now also. Take the initiative. Come and stay weekend with us or with the sisters. Of course, if you're male, then you come and stay with us and not with the sisters. Take this journey down this track of religious life.
I cannot stop smiling because too much memories about novitiate just come back to me.
But it's all coming back to me now.
Sorry, I will not tell any story in this episode because the focus this episode for the 3 freshmen. But I assure you that novitiate is the period of time that you will treasure and you will never forget. Beautiful.
What a way to end an episode. So that's all the time we have for this evening here on Brownie Time. But stay with us because we have got much more episodes coming up. Just to let all of you know also, because we are now returning to school. So our plan is that Brownie Time will be shown bi-weekly. So we will alternate with Juan de la Cruz on the move. But for all of you who would like to hear our beautiful voices every week, rest assured that every alternate week we will be uploading podcasts. So we'll provide the link and instructions on how to listen to us on the podcast in the video description below. So we look forward to you joining us here on Brownie Time, even though you can't see us on the podcast, but you can hear our voices.
Our voice, I think, quite nice.
Hopefully.
So that's all. That's what we would like to share to all of you for the very beginning of the new season. You can see the holy faces from very fresh from novitiate, newly professed brothers in Carmel, and you can see that the beauty through the faces today. Thailand, Vietnam, and Republic of Iloilo.
Wow.
Philippines.
No, I think now I Philippine also.
I could think about that.
So until the following week, this is us signing off here on Brownie Time. Take care
Be healthy
and be good.
and God bless you.
Bye-bye.